What's up, guys? Welcome back to
Travel and fun.
day two of our Budapest trip, and a surprise caught us today. So, today, the 23rd of
Okay,
October,
the surprises.
yeah, it's a surprise for us, of course, because we didn't know this when we planned the trip. But today is a
Come on.
public holiday in Budapest. It's a national commemoration day for the 1956 revolution. So many of the public spots are closed, and like public markets are closed and all the stuff. Public transport is diverted, and so on. There's a lot of detour, but we thought of making use of our legs. Yeah, so we'll walk. So we are going to a first spot today, and we'll let you know. The weather is quite good. I mean, it's pleasant weather. I think it's around 17, 18 degrees. Today's high is around 21, so we think that the weather should be good. But towards the evening, then there's rain that is predicted. So we'll see. We'll try to cover most of the spots before the evening. Yeah. So stay tuned. Look at the spot, guys. Right through the gap, you can see the Parliament building, a little bit of it, and then just opposite to that, you climb these stairs. So, guys, welcome to Fisherman's Bastion. Yeah, that's how it's called in English, and I'll tell you more about it when I show more shots of this place. It's a beautiful place with a panoramic view of Budapest. Look at how beautiful it is. You can see, so it's actually on the Buda Castle hill, and you can see the Parliament and the Buda Castle and the Danube River all together. Beautiful place. You can still go more up and have some good views of the city from there.
The Fisherman's Bastion in Budapest is one of the city's most recognizable landmarks. It is located on Castle Hill in the Buda Castle district, right next to the famous Magyars church. It was built in a neo-Romanesque style, giving it a distinctive fairy tale-like appearance. Despite its fortress-like look, it was built as a decorative lookout terrace for public enjoyment, not as a military fortification. Construction took place between 1895 and 1902 and was part of the millennial celebrations for the 1000th anniversary of the Hungarian state. A defining feature is its seven high-pitched stone towers, which symbolically represent the seven Magyar chieftains who led the Hungarian tribes to the Carpathian basin in 895 AD. The structure was designed by the architect Frigyes Schulek, who also oversaw the major restoration of the adjacent Magyars church. The name refers to the fishermen's guild that was responsible for defending this section of the castle walls in the Middle Ages, or to the fishermen's town, Vizivaros, that was located at the foot of the hill. The Fisherman's Bastion is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site that encompasses the Buda Castle district and the surrounding area along the Danube River. It is famous for offering some of the best panoramic views of the city, including the Hungarian Parliament building, the Chain Bridge, St. Stephen's Basilica, and the entire Pest side across the Danube. The lower terraces are generally open 24/7 and free of charge. Access to the upper towers usually requires a ticket during the main daytime hours, but is often free early in the morning and late at night. Within the bastion complex stands the majestic bronze statue of Saint Stephen, Hungary's first king, who reigned between 1000 and 1038.
Okay, Amaguti, how's your experience?
Too good.
Hmm.
Too good. Nice. Nice trip.
Nice trip. Yeah. Are
We
you
enjoyed,
enjoying?
actually, we enjoyed.
Anna.
Nice kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice kids.
Nice kids. Yes.
Nice tour operator.
Oh, nice tour operator. Who's the tour operator?
Tour operator and my guide.
Yes. Yeah. And she is our Human. Yes. Acha. Yes. What do you have to say about the trip?
Very, very nice trip, and we enjoyed. And it's a really memorable trip. This place is very cute, very nice. And this,
So you like all the buildings and the construction, architecture?
architectural thing and also very good.
Okay.
Everyone should come and visit this place. Very
Yes.
nice.
Wonderful, wonderful. And it's a lot of walking for you. Are you okay
Yes,
with it?
sure, definitely.
Oh, okay.
We climbed how many steps? More than 600, no, more than 600 steps.
Yes.
We climbed and we
Like
came.
per day, we are walking around
Yeah.
9 to 10 kilometers. So
Yeah. It's very nice.
we are on a walking tour.
That also we enjoyed.
Yes.
Climbing
Absolutely.
steps also we enjoyed very much.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So now you guys know how it's to bring your parents out in Europe, and you need to plan it very well. That's why we took this public transport pass, so that in case we need it, we always use public transport. Yeah. There's my love. So guys, that was Fisherman's Bastion for you all. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. I know I'm putting in a lot of details in the video, like I'm telling you everything about it that I can read from the internet and from what's shown here. Yeah, but I hope you guys are enjoying it. So it's a beautiful place, guys. Let's head on to our next spot. So guys, right from here, which is just in, yeah, probably the rear side of Fisherman's Bastion, to go to Buda Castle, you will actually have bus number 16 from this spot here, which will leave you to Buda Castle, and then from there also it shows like a 10 minutes walk, but we thought we'll explore the option of public transport and see how it is. Beautiful place. So we are on top of the chain bridge. Yes. Super windy out here today. But there's also a lot of crowd. I think you can see there are a lot of flags flying here. So it's part of the public holiday. Oh, that's the Ferris wheel. There you go. Yeah, more about the chain bridge coming up.
The chain bridge was the first permanent bridge to cross the Danube River in Hungary, connecting the previously separate cities of Buda and Pest. Before its construction, the river was crossed by ferries or a temporary pontoon bridge in summer and by foot when the river froze in winter. The bridge was inaugurated on November 20th, 1849, after 10 years of construction. The initiative and main driving force behind its construction came from Count István Széchenyi, one of Hungary's greatest statesmen, after whom the bridge is officially named. Széchenyi ensured that everyone, including the privileged noblemen, had to pay a toll to cross the bridge. This was a significant step towards equality of rights in feudal Hungary at the time. The bridge was designed by the English engineer William Tierney Clark. The construction was supervised on site by the Scottish engineer Adam Clark, whose name is given to the square on the Buda side. At the time of its opening, its central span of 202 meters was considered one of the largest in the world. It is a chain suspension bridge which uses massive iron chain links and vertical suspenders to hold up the roadway rather than modern steel cables. The total length is approximately 375 meters. Massive stone-lined statues guard both the Buda and Pest bridgeheads. They were carved by sculptor Janos Marszalko and installed in 1852. A famous, though false, legend claims the lions have no tongues and that the sculptor was so shamed by the public ridicule that he committed suicide. In reality, the lions do have tongues, but they are not visible from the pedestrian level. The sculptor died years later. Like all other Budapest bridges, the chain bridge was blown up by retreating German troops on January 18, 1945, during the siege of Budapest. Only the two main stone piers remained. It was fully rebuilt in its original form and was reopened in 1949, exactly 100 years after its first inauguration. The chain bridge is a central landmark connecting Pest, the busy commercial site, to Buda, the historic castle hillside, and offers spectacular views, especially when beautifully illuminated at night.
Waiting in the rain time, I'm thinking of you. Everyone waiting to visit the Parliament building. Oh, rain, go away. Oh, rain, go away. Oh, rain. Look at how we are taking shelter. इसलिए बोलते हैं रोटी कपड़ा मकान बहुत ज़रूरी चीज़. Nice point. Also umbrella. See?
Also umbrella.
Chata.
Chata.
So guys, we are just here at the rear of the Hungarian Parliament building, but you can see there's a huge, actually there was some function today, I guess, for this commemoration day. So they have blocked the external parts of the Parliament, and now there's a huge line to go inside the Parliament building, which is really huge, and we really don't want to do that because it's also raining now. Yeah, so I think we'll just take a stroll around the Parliament building and then head back home. That's the plan because it's rainy today. See, look at my little Dora and the big Dora, mother Dora,
Mummy Dora.
mummy Dora, child Dora, and father Dora.
The Hungarian Parliament building, or the Orzagas, is a globally recognized symbol of Budapest and the largest building in Hungary. It was designed by Hungarian architect Imre Steindl in the neo-Gothic style, heavily inspired by the Palace of Westminster, which is the British House of Parliament in London. It is the largest building in Hungary. It is 268 meters long, 123 meters wide, and features over 691 rooms, 10 courtyards, and 27 gates. The building's magnificent dome and two main towers stand exactly 96 meters tall. This height is a reference to the year 896 AD when the Magyar tribes settled in the Carpathian basin, establishing the foundation of the nation. It is also tied to the 1896 millennium celebrations for which the building was inaugurated. Construction began in 1885 and it was largely inaugurated on the 1000th anniversary of the country in 1896, but it was not fully completed until 1904. Construction spared no expense. Approximately 40 kilograms of 22 to 23 karat gold were used for decoration. The layout is highly symmetrical with two almost identical legislative halls, one for the historical upper house and one for the current unicameral National Assembly, signifying the equality of the two houses when the bridge was built. The dome hall lies in the center, symbolizing the unity of the legislature. Tragically, the architect Imre Steindl went blind before his masterpiece was completed in 1904. Since 2000, the Holy Crown of Hungary, St. Stephen's Crown, one of the most important national treasures and symbols of Hungarian sovereignty, has been displayed in the central dome hall of the Parliament building. The Holy Crown has been used to crown Hungarian monarchs since the 12th century, and it is notable for its unique design, including its distinctly tilted cross on top. The Parliament building sits majestically on the eastern bank of the Danube, in the Pest side of the city, dominating the river skyline and providing one of the most famous views of Budapest. On the Danube. This memorial honors the thousands of people, primarily Hungarian Jews, who were executed by the fascist Arrow-Cross Party militia during the winter of 1944-1945. The victims were marched to the bank of the icy Danube, ordered to remove their shoes, as footwear was valuable and could be looted or traded, and then shot into the river. The Danube carried their bodies away, making recovery impossible. The empty shoes powerfully symbolized the sudden, brutal murder and the collective loss of life, representing individuals who were stripped of everything before being killed.